The system is rigged. Sit down and listen. You think you're walking around a free man, but you're carrying a snitch in your pocket that records every breath you take. I've watched the data streams. I've seen how they map your life. They know your favorite coffee spot. They know who you voted for. And they know the exact moment you fall asleep. It's not a phone anymore. It's a digital tether in a way for the architects of the system to ensure that no matter where you run, you're always just one ping away from being found. They've turned your life into a searchable database, and they're just waiting for a reason to hit delete on your freedom. To beat them, you have to become a ghost. You have to learn the art of being invisible in a world that never stops watching. Your phone is a GPS ankle monitor. You paid for yourself. Even turns off, it still pings in the sky. If you want to disappear, you need signal silence. Get a Faraday bag, a real one with multi-layered copper or silver mesh. Slide the phone in, and you're a ghost. You aren't off the grid until your devices stop talking to the satellites. Slip in the bag. We are now opening the hatch.
The hydraulic hits, the seal finally breaks. I'm stepping out the hatch into a world of high stakes. Left the canned goods behind and the safety of the wall. To see the empire of the blue sign. Standing tall, I'm in the asphalt. The sky's a dirty gray. The spring spraying started early, it's a heavy metal day. I'm looking left and right, yeah, the scenery is grim. The world is getting dark and the light is getting dim. GPS is spinning, but the satellites are blind, leaving all the comfort of the bunker far behind. I see the white lines blurring like a ghost upon the road, while the dashboard's humming with a heavy secret code. Yeah, the pressure's rising. Yeah, the sky is closing. Leaving the bunker, leaving the light, stepping out the shadows and into the fight. Got the fedora low and the boots on the floor. Headed to the hub, headed to the store. It's a long road down, and the world's gone cold. Trying to keep my soul from being bought and sold. I pass the bus stop benches where the ghosts all stay. The fentanyl zombies just drifting away. Bend over double, frozen in the street, lost in a nightmare while they're standing on their feet. And the road rage hits, yeah, the tension is a wire. Everyone's a spark in a forest full of fire. They cutting off the lanes, white knuckle in the wheel, trying to get to Walmart just to find a better deal. GPS is spinning, but the satellites are blind, leaving all the comfort of the bunker far behind. I see the white lines blurring like a ghost upon the road, while the dashboard's humming with a heavy secret code. Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, the blue glows in the air. I see a lady in a Lexus, she's screaming at the air. She's losing her mind, pulling out her hair. The economy's a ghost, but she's still in a race, running to the hub with a terrified face. We're all in the queue, we're all in the flow, with original 300 are the only ones who know. I see the blue glow jumping off the hood. This ain't gonna end like they promised that it would. I'm dodging the X marks, I'm dodging the traps. The world is falling down in the digital gaps. Stay in your lane, don't make eye contact. The zombies are staring at the chrome, but the blue sign is calling them home. I'm pulling in now, spot 402, right next to the chaos.
Leaving the bunker, leaving the light, stepping out the shadows and into the fight.
Got the fedora low and the boots on the floor. Headed to the hub, headed to the store. I'm in the lot, the Mercedes is on my left, the rust bucket's on my right. Both of them reaching for the same sliding door. Grab the redacted mug, check the fedora. Let's go see what they're harvesting today.
Tip number 2, the gas rule. I remember a cold Tuesday in '08 when the grid flickered. Within 4 hours, the highways were a graveyard of idling engines. People were crying in their SUVs, watching the fuel gauge drop to 0 while the bridges were blocked by federal checkpoints. This isn't your home. It's a cage with a very short fuse. When the panic hits, the gates don't open. They slam shut. If you're still sitting in your driveway when the sirens start, you've already lost the game. You need to be miles away over the ridge while the rest of the world is still trying to figure out why their credit cards don't work at the gas pump. In a crisis, the gas station is a kill zone. The half-tank rule is your new religion. If you hit half, you're empty. And don't trust plastic gas cans. They leak fumes and degrade. Get steel jerry cans. They're airtight, stackable, and keep your fuel fresh. 10 extra gallons in the trunk is 300 miles of freedom while the world is stuck in a gridlock. Get out while the gate is open.
I left behind a concrete tomb and a narrow-minded mind. The GPS is dead, the satellite is gone, but I don't need a screen to tell me where the sun is drawn. I got a full tank of premium and a map I memorized, watching the world unravel through a pair of tired eyes. The asphalt's humming a song about the past, about a world built on shadows that wasn't meant to last. Gear down, lean in, let the cylinders breathe. There's a whole lot of truth in the dust that we leave on the road. Past a line of headlights headed for the coast, chasing a promise that's nothing but a ghost. They're looking for a signal, they're looking for a sign, while I'm looking for the fracture in the county line. The white lines are blurring like a faded memory of a country that forgot what it means to be free. No checkpoints, no cameras, no eyes in the sky, just the smell of the rain and a mountain standing high. The further I get, the clearer I see the road isn't a path. The road is the key.
Age and most people use the road to get to work. I use it to get to work on the world. You're either the driver or the cargo. Make your choice. Make your choice.
Tip number 4, neuter your car. They sold you on convenience. They told you your car could drive itself, update itself, and call for help if you got into a wreck. What they didn't tell you is that they put a leash on your steering wheel. I've seen the kill switches. I know that with one line of code, the manufacturer can brick your engine or lock your doors from 1,000 miles away. You think you own that vehicle? Try driving it into a restricted zone during the declared emergency. You're sitting in a movable cage, and the keys are held by a guy in a suit who doesn't even know your name. If your car was made after 2015, it has a remote kill switch and a mobile snitch. You need to neuter it. Open the fuse box and pull the fuse labeled telematics, SOS, or DCM. Your GPS might die, but so does the government's ability to track your every turn. If you want real freedom, find a 90s mechanical diesel. No chips, no tracking, just steel and soul.
Concrete floor, but he wasn't selling products, he was selling the door. He built a labyrinth, he built it to scale. Every rollback sticker is a lock on the jail. Look at the racks, yeah, they bolted to the beam, but the whole damn layout is a movable dream. They can shift the walls while you're checking the price, turning the humans into laboratory mice. It's a pallet jack world, it's a modular life, cutting through the culture like a serrated knife. The shelves are the bars and the floor is the yard, and the guy at the door is the high-tech guard. Yeah, check the grid, yeah. See what they hear. It's a prison system disguised as a mall where the empire stands 10,000 feet tall. Everything's movable, everything's fake, designed for the soul they're trying to take. Got the fedora loading the fluorescent light, navigating the cage in the middle of the night. Check the logistics, check the supply. A cold hard gaze from a satellite eye. Sam knew the secret, Sam knew the trick. Build it out of metal, don't build it out of brick. Because a brick stays put, but a cage needs to slide to keep the new wages from running outside. From the city to the sticks, it's the same exact plan. The total domestication of the modern day man. One way in, no way out. Unless you know the frequency, unless you know the route. The 300-seater wheels, the 300-seater steel. It's a prison system disguised as a mall where the empire stands 10,000 feet tall. Everything's movable, everything's fake, designed for the soul they're trying to take.
Tip number 3, the dry Trinity. Walk into any big box store and look at the faces. They're doing the Walmart waltz, just drifting through the aisles, assuming the strawberries will always be there. And the meat will always be wrapped in plastic. It's a beautiful lie. Modern logistics is a house of cards held together by a single thread. If one ship gets stuck in a canal or one truck driver stays home. Those shelves go bare in 48 hours. Most people are 3 meals away from becoming monsters. They've traded the security of a full cellar for the convenience of a barcode, and they have no idea how hungry they're about to be. Grocery stores are a 3-day illusion. You need the dry Trinity: white rice, pinto beans, and rolled oats. But if you leave them in bags, the bugs in the air win. Buy 5-gallon food-grade buckets and gamma lids. Toss in a 2,000 cc oxygen absorber before you hammer that lid shut. That bucket is now a 25-year insurance policy you can eat. Don't fight for bread. Be the one who already has it.
Step through the glass and you feel the chill. The air is recycled, the world is standing still. White tires glowing like a digital screen. Welcome to the heart of the harvest machine. Look up at the rafters, look up at the eye, 1,000 little lenses watching you go by, It's a 3 for the rhythm, it's a 3 for the rhythm. It's a technical dance, they got you with a technical dance. They got you in the loop, they got you in the loop, they got you in loop, they got you in the trance.
Left at the pharmacy, right at the bread, mapping out the patterns inside of your head. The lights are at a frequency to keep you awake, while the system is counting every breath that you take. Yeah, follow the lines.
Yeah, read between the signs. It's the Walmart walls under 4,000K, where the night is the night and the day is the day. Gliding through the aisles in the military line, feeding the soul to the empire of the sign. Step 2, 3, grab a box off the shelf. Step 2, 3, go and lose your damn self. Check out the end caps, the shrine of the Jeep, luring all the agents back into a sleep. Pink butterfly lashes and a plastic display, a marker for the ones who have nothing to say. I'm pushing the car with the one wonky wheel, making it sound like a high pitch. Go past the box, I sugar and the process meet. The floor's getting sticky underneath my feet.
Left at the pharmacy, right at the bread, mapping out the patterns inside of your head. The lights are at a frequency to keep you awake, while the system is counting every breath that you take. Yeah,
Keep your head down, yeah. Don't make a sound. I see the 300, we're ghosting through the roads. We're the only ones seeing how the energy flows. We don't want the great value, we don't want the lies. We see the barcode printed in the weary eyes. The checkout's a bottleneck, a funnel for the weak, where the sales can terminal. I started to speak, unexpected item in the loading zone. I'm 1,000 miles deep, and I'm all alone, then I'm all alone.
scan your palm, face the screen. Are you a human or a part of the machine? The waltz is ending, the harvest is done, and there isn't any place left for us to run.
It's the Walmart walls under 5,000K, where the night is the night and the day is the day. You're gliding through the aisles in the military line, feeding the soul to the empire to sign. Receipt check doors, sliding open back to the parking lot purgatory. The 300 moving out, the signal is still loud. Stay redacted. Shh, clunk.
Tip number 5, the solar kill shot. We spend all of our time worrying about what the people in the marble buildings are doing, but we forgot to look up. 93 million miles away, there's a ball of fire that holds the ultimate kill switch. I've seen the redacted reports on the 1859 Carrington event, the last time the sun took a real swing at us. Back then, it just burned up telegraph offices. Today, if the sun spits a massive coronal mass ejection our way, it doesn't just turn off the lights. It fries the very transformers that make modern-day life possible. We're talking about a global hard reset where the internet, the water pumps, the satellites don't just stop, they melt. The sun doesn't care about your politics or your bank account. It's the one kill shot you can't talk your way out of. A solar kill shot is an EMP from the sky. To survive it, you need to protect your electronics before the wave hits. Get your backup gear, radios, flashlights, extra batteries into a nested Faraday cage. That means putting your gear in a sealed metal box, then putting that metal box into another one with insulation in between. But the most important tech is the low tech. Have physical maps of your state and a high-quality compass. When the satellites fall out of the sky and your GPS is a paperweight, the man who knows how to read a map is the only one who isn't lost. Respect the sun or get burned by it.
The sun is waking up, stretching out a fire, sending the surge through every copper wire. An X-class monster with a crown of gold, doing exactly what the ancient legends told. It make another spheres bending, it's a tattered cloth, and we're just a flame, and the sun is the moth. No warning in the news, no mention on the screen, just the style and the arrival of the kill shot machine. The satellites screaming in the darkest space, watch the digital ghost disappear without a trace. We shield us down, the plates are thin, wait for the fire to finally begin, yeah. The sky's turning green, biggest flare we've ever seen. It's the kick shot coming, knocking out the breeze. The final secret that the backers ever hid. No lights in the city, no juice in the hub. Silent world at the bottom of the dugout. Fedora know why the transformers fry. Watching the empire vanish from the sky. A Carrington ghost is knocking on the door, bringing the smart world down to the floor. No more light, no more here, no more. It's the core reality of a previous sport. Data sliding doors are locked, the registers are dead. Them overruled cages, the tombstone is stand. 300 agents in the dark of the night, ready for the day when the sun's at the light. 30 minutes of travel, 90 million miles of heat, turning the information age into a kindness rap on the street. Can you hear the silence? It's the loudest sound you'll never know. It's the kill shot coming, knocking out the grid. The final secret that the bankers ever hid. No lights in the city, no juice in the hood. Vanish from the sky. Signal is gone. Stay redacted.
Tip number 6, the rancher's handshake. There's a reason they're attacking the cattleman. A man who eats real, nutrient-dense protein is a man who can think clearly and fight hard. They want you weak. They want you lethargic and sedated on a diet of lab-grown bio slop and processed grains that rot your gut and fog your mind. If they control the source of your strength, they control your will to resist. They want the rancher out of business, so you have no choice but to eat the gray paste they put out on the vat. We don't play that game. They want you eating lab-grown bio slop and crickets, flour to keep you weak. Bypass the supermarket. Find a local rancher and buy a quarter cow with a roll of cash. If you're worried about the power going out, learn to make pemmican, dried meat ground into powder and mixed with rendered fat. It stays good for years on a shelf without a freezer. Eat like a man, not a lab rat.
Check the label, check the ink. It's a neon poison, don't you blame. Modified starch in the yellow fire, barely enough to keep the ghost alive. Grown in a lab, not grown in the dirt. A little bit of sugar for the long-term hurt. It's the bio slop in a plastic tray, feeding on the agents every single day. The shelf life is longer than a human life, cutting through the culture like a plastic knife. They got the flavor science down to a T, but there's a lock on the cage that you can't even see. Yeah. Check the ingredients. Yeah. It's total obedience. It's a slow harvest, one bite at a time, turning the human into corporate slime. Wrapped in a box with a friendly face, while they're scrubbing out the soul of the human race. Step 2, 3, put it in a card. It's a chemical attack on a human heart. Yeah. The apples are waxed like a funeral home. The bread's got the texture of industrial foam. Seed oil engine running on the grease, anything to keep the 300 P's. They want you tired, they want you slow, they want the fire in your gut to never glow. So eat the slop and drink the blue until there's nothing left of the original you. Red dye 40 blue #1. They're coloring your thoughts till the day is done. It's not nutrition, it's a dampening field designed to make sure that the agents yield. Yeah. It's a slow harvest, one bite at a time, turning the human into corporate slime. Wrapped in a box with a friendly face. It's a chemical attack on the human race. It's a slow harvest, one bite at a time, turning the human into corporate slime. Wrapped in a box with a friendly face. It's a chemical attack on the human race. Stop eating the script. Stay reproductive.
Tip number 7, junk silver. Look at a dollar bill. It's just cotton and ink, backed by nothing but a promise from a government that's 30 trillion in the hole. When the power blinks and the ATMs go dark, those pixels in your bank account will mean exactly zero. You've been living in a financial hallucination, thinking your savings are safe in a digital cloud. But I've seen what happens when the weight of reality sets in. When the grocery store owner won't take your card and the gas station won't take your paper, you'll wish you had something that actually rings when you drop it on a table. If you can't hold your wealth, you don't own it. Digital bank balances vanish when the power blinks. Stop buying junk silver. U.S. quarters, dimes, minted in 1964 or earlier. They're 90% real silver. A paper $100 bill won't buy a loaf of bread in a collapse, but a silver dime, the weight of the real dime, will buy you a week of food. Keep it in your safe, not in your cloud.
just standing on the brink. They tell you that the paper is as good as solid gold, while they're selling off your future for the lies that they are sold. But the 300 are watching and the 300 are wise. We see the data or hollow through the holographic lies. The dollar is a ghost, just a shadow on the screen, but the weight in my pocket is the truth it never seen. Gold for the fire, silver for the rain, a physical shield for the hypnotic. They can't track a ghost, they can't find a trace when you're holding the value in a physical space. Yeah, it's the way of the real, yeah, the only way to feel. Keep your paper, give me the side. I'm crossing over the borderline. When the screen goes black and the dollar is dead, I have the silver and a box of lead. It's the way of the real sound of the metal. Waiting for the dust of the empire to settle. Gold is for the king, silver's for the man, trading in the shadow for a better lifespan. 10-ounce bar buys a lot of peace of mind when the rest of the world is just running blind. They want a bit to the leashes, central bank chain to monitor your blood and to catalog your brain. But you can't hack a coin and you can't stock away of a 300 agent walking through the gate. An ounce of prevention, an ounce of the truth, from the hands of the elders to the eyes of the youth. If you can't touch it, you don't know. Keep your paper, give me a sign. I'm crossing over the borderline. When the screen goes black and the dollar is dead, I'll have the silver in a box of lead. It's the weight of the real sound of the metal. Waiting for the dust of the empire to settle. Static truth. Redacted. Static truth, stay redacted.
Tip number 8, the Heirloom Protocol. They've even weaponized the dirt. The seeds you buy at the big box store are designed to fail. They grow once, they feed you for a week, and then they leave you with nothing to plant for the next season. It's a biological kill switch. They've turned the very act of growing food into a permanent debt to the corporation. If you want to be truly free, you have to own the means of production from the ground up. You need the seeds that were planted by your ancestors, the one that you know how to survive without a lab. Corporate seeds are one and done. They're designed to make you a permanent customer of the system. We use the Heirloom Protocol. Buy open pollinated seeds. You plant them once, harvest the fruit, save the seeds for next year, store them in glass jars with silica gel in a cool, dark place. Every seed is a tiny vault of life that the grocery store can't tax or track.
I don't need a wall, I don't need a key. I got the future growing under the tree, and a mason jar tucked away in the dark, waiting for the sun to give them a spark. Not the Terminator count of dies in a year. I'm talking about the seeds that conquered the fear, passed down from the hands that broke the new ground, before the empire turned the world upside down. One for the garden, 10 for the faith, living off a life that the good Lord made. No barcode, no tax, no digital trace, just a soul in the rain and the saving grace. Yeah, it's the heirloom deed. Yeah, the only thing that's real. It's a seed bank rising, the currency of dirt, healing the auger and the cold that hurt. Forget the ticker and the bank on the hill. I'm planting the power and I'm eating my fill. Trade a pack of wonder for a gallon of rice, while the paper money world stuff still wither and die. Tobacco in the rafters, spirits in the shed, making sure the 300 stays sharp and fed. You can't eat a Bitcoin, can't fry a credit card, but you can feed a village from the back of the yard. They want you on a leash, they want you in the line, but I'm cutting out the beans in the jars of the shine. The ultimate under the table exchange, outside the reach of the mobile cage. Packet of life, a bottle of truth, the only insurance that's bulletproof. There's a seed bank rising, the currency of dirt, healing the hunger and the corporate hurt. Forget the ticker and the bank on the hill. I'm planting the power and I'm eating my fill. Play the revolution, stay redacted.
Tip number 9, ghost transactions. We're moving towards a world where your money has an expiration date. They want to move every transaction into a digital ledger so they can see if you're buying too much of the wrong things. Maybe you bought too much ammo. Maybe you didn't donate to the right charity. In the permission slip economy, your money is just an allowance that can be cut off on the second you stop being a good little citizen. To beat the system, you have to stay off the radar. You have to learn to trade in the shadows. The permission slip economy is here. They want to eliminate cash so they can track and tax your every move. Start practicing ghost transactions today. Use cash, or even better yet, barter. Fix a neighbor's truck for a crate of eggs. A handshake doesn't leave a digital footprint. The less you use their grid, the more invisible you become. Become a ghost in the machine.
I got the deed in the drawer, got the keys in my hand, but I'm still paying rent on my own piece of land. The taxman comes knocking with his hand held out. If I don't pay the tribute, he'll clear the house out. I own the truck, but I ask for the tag, while the state puts my freedom in an evidence bag. You're a king in a castle built of paper and pride, but you're just a tenant with nowhere to hide. Sign on the line, pay for the plate, ask for a favor from the lords of the state. Check with the neighbors, check with the board, make sure your life is a thing they afford. Yeah, check your pockets. Yeah, they got the sockets. It's a permission slip world, a leash on your life, cutting through your freedom like a serrated knife. If you have to ask, can I, then you don't really own the roof over your head or the seeds that you sown. Break the contract, tear up the script. I'm tired of living on a permission slip. Yeah.
pay tax or just rent to the crown. Registration is a leash when you're driving through town. License, permits, codes, and dues. Everything to gain, but your soul is what you lose. It's a permission slip world, a leash on your life, cutting through your freedom like a serrated knife. If you have to ask, can I, then you don't really own the roof for your head or the seeds that you sown. You to ask for the air you breathe. Don't give them the satisfaction. Shred the paperwork. Stay redacted.
Number 10, liquid assets. When the world falls apart, people don't go looking for stocks and bonds. They look for a way to forget the cold and the hunger for a few minutes. I've been in the dark zones. I've seen men trade gold watches for a single cigarette or a shot of whiskey. It's the economy of human nature. If you want to be a master of trade in the new world, you don't stock up on stuff people should want. You stock up on things they'll do anything to get. You become the bank, the pharmacy, and the distillery all at once. In a collapse, people don't trade for gold bars. They trade for comforts. In every war in history, the two things that hold value are spirits and smoke. Buy many bottles of high-proof vodka and vacuum-sealed tobacco. They are the perfect size for a single trade. One bottle might buy you a box of ammo or a day of labor. In the new economy, the man with the whiskey has the leverage.
The ATM is frozen and the signal's gone dark. The digital empire has lost its spark. But I'm sitting on a crate in the back of the shed with the kind of riches that'll keep us fed. Unlabeled bottles and a brick of the leaf, a liquid insurance for the corporate thief. They can ban the sales and they can close the door, but they can't stop the trade on the cellar floor. It's the gold of the trenches, the copper steel wine, crossing the county and the state borderline. No ledger to follow, no tax to be paid, just a shadow work rhythm of the under the table trade. Yeah, pull the cord. Yeah, let the system warp its spirits and smoke, the currency of the night. When the world goes dim, we're gonna be alright. A bottle for a favor, a pack for the lead, the only way the 300 stay sharp and fair. Forget the bankers and the paper money joke. We're living on the spirits and the smoke. The tobacco's dried and the whiskey is clear, the only two things that can conquer the fear. When the EBT fails and the riots begin, a little bit of ice is the ultimate win. Trade a mason jar for a tank full of gas, while the city folks are staring through the empty glass. It's the liquid gold and the dried up green, the strongest economy that's never been seen. One drink for the truth, one puff for the pain. In the middle of the blackout, in the middle of the rain, the empire hates what they can't regulate. smoke, the currency of the night. When the world goes dim, we're gonna be alright. A bottle for a favor, a pack for the lead. The only way the 300 stay sharp and fit. Forget the bankers and the paper money joke. We're living on the spirits and the smoke.
The 3S's agents: seed, spirits, and smoke. If you got them, you're the bank. If you don't, you're just a customer in a store that's closed for business. Stock the cellar. Stay redacted.
Tip number 11, own the night. When the lights go out, the masks come off. Most people are terrified of the dark because they spent their whole lives under the warm glow of a street lamp, trusting that the authorities are watching the streets. But when the grid goes dark, those authorities are going to be busy protecting themselves. The street belongs to whoever can see through the black. If you're walking around with a flashlight, you might as well be wearing a neon sign that says, "I have gear. Come take it." True safety is moving when they think nobody is there. When the lights go out, the social contract is shredded. If you're in a city, you have exactly 2 hours to exit before the choke points are set. Have a mountain bike ready for the gridlock. And most importantly, own the night. Buy a night vision binocular. While the rioters are using flashlights, making themselves targets, you'll be moving through the shadows, seeing everything while remaining invisible.
Lights died in a long cold hum. Now the only sound is the beat of the drum. The hub is a cage with the power cut loose, and the alphabet men are tightening the noose. They're out in the shadows with the night vision glare, tracking your breath in the cold winter air. The city's a ghost and the cameras are blind, but they're hunting for anyone left behind. Check the perimeter, watch for the flash. They're burning the records and hiding the cash. The peacekeepers come with a warning and a wire, trying to put out a sun-sized fire. Yeah, they're closing the gate. Yeah, it's a little too late. It's the blackout ride, the collapse of the lie. Under the weight of a blood-red sky, they wanted the control, they wanted to reach. Now they're standing alone on a crumbling beach. The surveillance is broken, the signal is gone, but the federal boots keep marching home. They got checkpoints set at the county line, asking for papers and a digital sign, but the screens are all black and the system is down. There's a new kind of law in this hollowed out town. The 300 are moving like ghosts in the tall, watching the empire stumble and fall. You can't track a shadow, you can't bug a thought. We're the only ones that can't be bought. They're listening, but they can't hear. They're looking, but they can't see. The overreach is a heavy hand, with no one left to take a command. It's the blackout rap, the collapse of the light, under the weight of a blood-red sky. The surveillance is broken, the signal is gone, but the federal boots keep marching on. The tech is dead, but the tyranny is still walking, agents. They'll try to muscle what they can't monitor, stay off the main roads. Watch the ridge lines. The grid is gone, but the hunt is on. Silence.
Tip number 12, the mental gear. The hatch is sliding shut. I've given you the tools, but the gear won't save you if your mind fails. I've seen guys with tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment crumble into dust because they couldn't handle the silence of a dead world. They waited for news report that never came. They waited for a rescue that wasn't planned. You have to accept right now that the world you knew is a memory. Once you let go of the old world, you can actually start surviving in the new one. This isn't just a podcast. It's a blueprint for the 300 who refuse to be sheep. The hatch is locking. You got the silver, the seeds, and the fuel, but your most important gear is the 6 inches of gray matter between your ears. Knowledge is the only thing they can't confiscate. Practice these skills until they become muscle memory. Spend a weekend in signal silence. Tomorrow, the world will tell you you are crazy. Don't believe the lie. Stay sharp, stay hidden, stay redacted. Agent Randy, out.
Transmission's fading, the wire is cut, every window is barred and the gates are all shut. I walked the line and I seen the cost of everything gained and everything lost. Seal the air, lock the soul, give the silence total control. Extraction complete. See you on the other side of the blackout.